Welcome to my channel. My name is Gemma Haley. I am a criminologist. I am a mother and I am an advanced cultist. I am a holy grail as well, in a connotation of that, through the occults. Okay, so I'm a bit of everything. And the reality is that there's a reason, and it's because I'm 369. So I understand certain things in a different way, but like your 5Ds and that's just a backlog. You're not letting me work. You're not letting me do what I'm supposed to do here. You're not letting me prosper. Okay, so that's 369. So when you do that to somebody, when you're trying to over control their life, okay, what they do is they stop creation for you. So usually, so for example, if you was arrested or anything like that, this is a second dimensional lock. This is it's not a first one dimensional lock. If you created something at a 1D, then it would lock into it. But if you hadn't created anything, it would just be a nothingness at a 1D and then a 2D. So it would be broken, okay? So, like, for example, if you ended up in prison or in a cell for night, you're in a fourth dimensional lock hold with the government, okay? So it's 2D and then it's 3D because they've arrested you, and then it's 4D because they're writing stuff about you now. And it's a lot of it can be falsified or whatever. Like people writing over you, so they're above your head in an explanation of understanding. They are above your head, um, controlling whatever they want to control. So it's normally your life. A 3 is a creational space, so it's your body, your life. So a 4D, that's your mind. So they've locked you in a fourth dimension and they hold on to you until they let you go. So this is like usually how you'll end up in prison for a long period of time, or sentences take place, and it's because they just want to hold you for long periods of time. So on the other side of that, with like holding you, can be anything after that. If you're a target to them because you've been handled, you can end up in these situations like your whole life, because what they've done is they've broke an aspect of your creation space at a 3, 2, 3. If you haven't done anything wrong, then it's a waste of time because you're at a 1D and they've done nothing wrong. So you got 4Ds and then you got the 5s, which is a break. So it's a break of it. So it breaks at a 5 because they're stopping you from rising to your own boundary, which is a 6 dimension. So if you haven't done anything at a 1 dimension, at a 6 dimension, you're fine. You're going to be all right because you know your boundaries, you kept them, you've done everything right, you understand your spatial awareness, you've done everything right in your 6 dimensional understanding of what you want to create on this plane. Because it's important that I do this because I'm 369, so I always feel like I'm really specific because of who I am, okay? So, and when we learn things, we go through experiences and we learn things and we grow stronger from that. And I've always agreed that there's always been a place for a 6th dimension, and we should all be able to have the ability to assess our own boundaries and be able to like have our own spaces without being abused and hiding it through false paperwork. So if it didn't happen, then you're just being abused through that system for no reason. Okay, and it's to stop you from accessing your innocence, which is a 9. So the 6 is usually your boundaries, and then the glue is usually like how you would be, your demeanor, how you would love, and this is your expression to the world if you are not scared. If somebody hasn't victimized you, you can be a pleasant person or a child of innocence or an adult of innocence, unless somebody comes and tries to take away that space from you. So the idea is that the program should be taking place anyway on these spaces, because there's abuse spaces. So just lock it out and just get rid of it. Don't aspire to this mind work that they do, because it's just really a 4 to a 5. That's the only other way they can ever get you, because it's an aspect of understanding what's in our faces anyway, which is blue versus red. So that's always that space of the Kabbalah, 4 to 5. This is where they want to stop you. They don't want to rise you any higher. They don't see you as worthy of having innocence because they don't have it as well sometimes. Right, so let's get into this. So I'm going to draw a picture, and it's a stick man. So this is my stick man. Woo! Or a stick woman. Okay? And put a gender on it. So this is it. It's just a stick thing, person. But this is an aspect of understanding us. So this is a third dimension. Obviously it's paper, so it's 2. Because I'm writing it down. This is 3. That's as a human like me. And then they have an aura around them. Okay? So people, some people might say this is true, some people might not. But some people have an aura around them. And it's meant to protect them. And sometimes people can come into our lives, okay, and break that aura, okay, which usually happens on a 4th dimension or a 3. It depends if you've been attacked, okay, or if there's a plan of attack. This can be broken, and what they do is they attack it from the outside in, okay. So, for example, if somebody did this to me, because my energy is like 3,000, probably need about 10 men on me to do this to me, right? So a lot of the times, people who are strong, okay, they come in for us like 10 of them at a time. Because we're so strong, okay, they pull all your people away from you, right, and they come in on a mission and do it to us. Okay, this is how I was abused through the system. I knew they was coming, okay, because I can get, well, he came to me. He was a very nice man, like I said before. So they can attack us. Say we've got loads of doctors around you and that, they're the same, okay? They can attack us. Or if you've got lots of people around you that are all the same, like not very nice, and they've got the same opinion about you, they're not willing to like progress on a table, and they're doing the same thing. They're just going to attack you like until you break, okay? So this is what's going on in this is what's going on in the justice system. So you've got solicitors acting, doing this, and they're beating this one person up. They might be a victim. They're not bothered, right? They're against that person. So they're just going to destroy them. Sometimes it's spiritual as well. Okay, so this is how solicitors getting on occult topics, because the solicitors are the ones who are doing it originally. Or it might just be someone else. You don't know, but this is how it starts anyway. So they try and capture you in spaces where you question your sanity. Okay, because they've attacked you so much and it's come from loads of different angles, you don't even know what's going on. It's because they've just bullied you. They want something that's yours, okay? They want something. It's what they're coming for, right? So now, obviously, I can tell you now, as an aspect of understanding, that this, okay, is an understanding of a 6th dimensional space. This is 6D. So when it all came out with COVID, 6 feet away. Why? Because it's an auric field. What it did was, it made us scared of each other, but at the same time, what did it do? It did the opposite. It strengthened their power to scare you into being around people. So that broke everybody and changed the idea of the world into an AI structure, but also structured to take people out like this. So it makes them weaker when they're not within a community, when they're not in groups. It makes them weaker, and they do it on purpose, and it's to separate you from family, and it's already so done on a 4D. So the archons will come in there. This is how serious it gets. So you got the archons, and they're like the judges and stuff like that. They'll come in like that, okay? And then you'll get, this is my experience, I'm being honest with you, okay? And then you'll get the resource. They might sit in resource sometimes, but like support officers, you know, if they're sitting at a resource place, they have an ability to change your outcome. Okay, when they don't do that and they ignore you, it stays the same, and there's people still attacking you. Okay, you can't rise any higher than that 6 point. Okay, so that's the 6 point, the auric field. That is your 6 point of focus. Okay, everyone should have that. So this was an initiation through COVID, so everyone should have that. That was the first rule. So the dislodge has come through leniency of being able to attack spiritually. Okay, so I experienced this already, but it was always quiet and it was more on the America side. But then afterwards, it's more centered into the UK. And so I just want to say that this is really the 6. So if you understand the 3, which is your body, the 6 is your aura, and then your soul and everything else is all in there. Okay, so this is why it's like a bubble, isn't it? It's funny, it's cute, right? But you shouldn't use this to hurt kids. You shouldn't be attacking kids like this, should you? Right? So who's that dude that's resting on that child's shoulders? Okay, who's this dude here that's sat there resting on that child's shoulders? Shouldn't be, should they? Right, there's an archon. Right, so what they do is they can sometimes drip feed knowledge onto you. Right, and I'm not even joking, they can drip feed knowledge down to you and give you ideas that weren't yours. And then you've got like other people, one of you, and he's just sucked out some good of you that you had. They just sucked it out of you, right? Why? Because you're not allowed to be happy. Because he wants to be happy. He's stolen that for himself, right? So he's up there doing this, and he's manipulating. He's stolen some energy, sucked it up because he's a Scientologist, and he's took that high, okay, for a different reason. He's done it for something else. He's done it to be manipulative in a higher space. So he's broken your 6, okay? So he's done that. He broke your 6. He did that. He broke your 6 so he could get into you at a 3, right? To hurt you, to hurt your mind, to make you think something that's not real. So you get chakra points as well, and they do that with them, okay? So like I said, they can take energy, emotions, feeling, and then what they do is what they've done is that they take that and transform you into a social conditioning robot. So they're messing with your chakra points, all these chakra points that you've got going on that they told us we had, right? I didn't say it. All these chakra points that they said that we had through an aspect of knowledge and understanding. Which knowledge can we learn in this situation, environment, what's going on? Scientologists have coming in, right? The big ones, boss men and that, all the celebrities and that, they always feel good. Why? Because they've nicked energy from us, right? So they've done 1, 2, 3. They've pressed your chakra points along with this dude here, and press your chakra points to make you think certain things. And once you've finished, where that mind thinks it's something or whatever it's done is bad or something, then they initiate. They take the child away, or they'll finish it off by breaking the aura, right? Or they'll leave the kid, but think about it, it's coming to do a job. Oh, Divvy has done a job, he's done a job, he's done a job. They're all kids. They're all little kids, look, they've done it all, these little kids, right? So you've got to think criminal justice system and what they're doing now. You've got the archons coming through, that's 4th dimensional idea. This is why I don't understand religion, right? And then you've got yellow imps, and they're the ones that are taking the high rise on Scientology, AI, synagogue land, because it's not a rise to do, because you're not faithful enough to care about the children you put in deserted lands. So you're not good people, right? So you used it against them as well. You used that religion against them. I'm not religious, so it didn't hurt me as much as it probably hurt you lot, because it's done it to me and I'm 369. So when you understand that the 369 now has a template of your religions, because I didn't have them before, did I? I mean, I sat and listened to a few Catholics speak, but I don't. I respectfully listen, but so this is how I can tell, because I never accepted aspects of religion because it didn't. None of them read to me until, I know what I am. I'm an angelic. I'm an innocent one. So I'm telling you, because they could use this now to initiate everything in this world and be like, oh yeah, this is why, this is why it's happening. But it's not. It's because it's already been happening. Okay. So because the AI's come out and they've got you all shopping online, and they've got you all doing that, and they've got you all doing this stuff. Now they're going to start taking away the boundaries. This is why. They're going to start taking away individual ones, okay, that protect us. And I think the reason why the Archons were able to do this anyway, they used to do it in all rhetoric. They do it playing games and stuff like that. They use the media, okay, for 4Ds. They use everything. Okay, so usually a lot of these judges go walk through people and they don't care because they never see them again. A lot of them pass away as well, knowing what they've done, knowing this. Okay, I'm surprised I'm still here to tell the story. We're in the attic and we need to tell everybody because this needs to stop. This is a form of abuse, okay? So this is a spiritual abuse that goes against ECHR rules, okay, and the conventions that they've created to create havens to stop spiritual abuse. But the issue is now we have AI, and that's come through, and it's kind of being used as a weapon. And the reality is that someone is controlling that. Okay, if you can program something in, you are the handler and controller of that AI system. Okay, so Elon, you got a lot of explaining to do, but you probably won't explain it to me because you think I'm your little experiment, and I think that you need to just rethink your strategies if you think that about me. I think the reality is that the experiments have got out of hand. You don't know what to do with me, and you're literally trying to now program over a manifestation ritual for me. So I do not consent to you hurting anyone under these fractions. I don't consent to you hurting anyone under these rituals that you're taking place against the victims in these fractions. I'm not bothered about, these doolally here, this dooley here, these not a nice people, right? Why? Because this is our human right, okay? So this is a human right. And see these people, they get paid lots of money and they shouldn't be doing it because they are targeting to take instead of caring and then taking. So they're going the wrong way around Kabbalah, if that makes sense to you guys. Women. So we have to understand how far can we go from this space, okay? So they know because they can already do it, okay? So like I said, you'll get people that are really big in Scientology and they all know how to do it, and it's because they suck. They're in Scientology programs. They took me out because they were controlling over me in them Scientology programs, okay? So there was two of them. One of them was playing me, but it was actually him, okay? So this is another thing. Consciousness can be dropped, okay? So from a fifth dimensional understanding, this is why I'm not popular, because I've told you all the answer, okay? So this is in a fifth dimensional understanding. They don't want me to tell you. But then he doesn't say anything because he already knows. Either way, it's going to be attraction back to me. And it's on purpose to blame me for everything in your entire world. And your old box. And all your stuff that's going on in your old little world. And it's to blame me. And it's not even me. So a fifth dimension is a play out, okay? So you've got people, like, I don't know. You've got judges and stuff like that. They're all playing out, okay, over our heads, okay? So let's understand this. I'll draw a stick man again. I'll do this last quick one. So they play over our heads in a fifth dimension. So say this is a fifth dimension and it's all white and it's an astral realm. Don't go in there. Don't play a game. Don't listen to them, okay? So this is conscious, okay? Understand 5D can be placed in a conscious space because it's your mind, okay? So it's just a part of your mind. They can put you in a fear place and then put you in that place so you don't do anything. That's how much they can control you under a Scientology, and it's real, right? They do it to bully us as well, and what you'll do is you'll find out that it's just like I've got people trying to protect me who are high, and you've taken them out as you tried to take me out. So think about that. So anyway, the dimensions are a play, okay? So it's like a theatre, but it's 3, but it's 4, it's 5, it's not. It's an idea, okay? It's an idea and they've played it out. And that's it. It's good, it's bad, it's horrible, right? That's what they're like. They're absolutely they're monsters, okay? They're monsters. So they're playing out. This is a person. There's your aura. You can't, I don't know if you see it. But you got someone up here and you got someone down here to play on you. Okay? Like a what? A spindle, right? And turn it. Right. This is why. Okay? So it's the top and the bottom, right? So you just gotta like either move away and rise out of it. Because usually if it's 3D, if somebody's hurting you, you tell them not to do it, wouldn't you? So why can't you do it in a 5D? Okay, so they're stopping you, blocking you off. And it's so that you do everything they want you to do under a consciousness on what it looks like it to be, just people playing over our heads. So it looks like that person all the time. When I'm not even in 5D, I don't sit in 5D. I'm 369. I don't sit in 5D. I'm not messing about there, right? I got time for that. It's a joke. So what you were doing on there is forms of sexual abuse against me, and everyone was watching. Were they watching, or was it just a little secret between me and an ombudsman? Okay, so all this stuff, right? You can learn about this stuff more if you Chinese energy, right? But they've manipulated that, haven't they? With AI. Okay, it's not last for long, does it? Not in this world, right? So when you get access to technology, everyone gets a bit woo, right? So they gave us it, and then they took it away. So they gave us knowledge, they gave us everything, it was all at tip of fingers, and then they took it away. So in that taketh away, this is how you can see a de-evolution, okay? Because it's almost like they reach their answers at a 6. They don't want anyone else to rise. They've picked their favourites, right? And this is how they've done it, okay? So they can put you on a spindle, do all sorts of stuff. They're doing it to bully us, right? Because they don't want us to be community. They don't want us to be a community. They want to break the family lines, okay? Because there is special there, right? It's a centaur, right? It's an innocence, right? So usually when people come for like family lines, it's because it's really serious. So come for me and do this, and I have to project this, and I have to tell people this, because you tell people they're crazy for this, and that's not nice, because you're lying, because you're showing to everybody else that you have more power, right? But you're not telling them why, and you're overriding human rights to do it, and you have no right to do that. No human rights, because the ECHR still stands. So I don't know why you seem to think it's okay to just do it and then do away with the laws just because you don't follow them anymore. You're supposed to be adhering to the laws because the laws are there to protect civilians. And if they're not, then what's the point in having them? And then if that's the case, do you really think you figured out how to reincarnate? On that note, have a good day.